Welcome back. This is Genesis with Sozo Education and Beauty Supply. And today we are going to make a couple of different things getting ready for July. So, where's my other? Just for mixing purposes, I'm going to take this and pour this out into here because more than likely all of the baking soda that's at the bottom has not actually been mixed into this mix, and so we need to start there. And because we've got a lot to do, I am only or basically we're going to talk through this as I'm mixing this whole entire thing to get to what we're going to do for July. So I already mixed my binder into everything, so that way when I'm done mixing, basically my mixture is ready. And for the most part, my humidity stays in the same zone, so I don't have to worry about it's pretty much perfect. So I've just learned my mix. All right. We're going to do red, white, and blue because that's how we do for January. And I'm splitting this mix into 3. And for me, I know that's going to be approximately 1,014 grams. So just ish, it's not really that big of a deal, but I at least want to start off in some kind of a range. Okay. So there is that one. And the original kind of idea that started me off with what I want to make here is a bomb pop, but during Christmas time at Hobby Lobby, they have all these decorations and stuff along the walls, and I really liked the Candyland type of a theme. And then do I want to? Yeah, I am. But maybe let me do it after I mix the color, because it's going to be easier to mix the color in here. So I found this mold from oh dang it, now I can't. I'll try to think of it. But this was the first STL file that I had purchased and tried to print from somebody else. I liked that it had the grooves in it, even though it's not like a bomb popsicle, and the fact that it had the place for the stick at the bottom. So we're going to do that one, as well as my pedicure bath bombs that I'm going to be doing for the month of January. And I choose to do this all like this only because it saves me on time. So I am going to start off with 1 teaspoon of this Lake from, it's Candy Apple Red Lake from Scandalous Soap Company. And I'll go ahead and put in, I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of the blue into this mixture. And then I'm going to do, 1 teaspoon. And then I'm going to do the Super Sparkles glitter into the other one. And we're just going to see what we get here. And then I have a few different reds and blues to be able to choose from to get for my embeds in this. So with the bomb popsicle, what I would like to do is once it's all dried, and I think I am going to do one more of the candy apple red. On the outside, to match the Christmas candies that they have at Hobby Lobby, I want to dip the Bomb Pop in a cocoa butter drizzle. However, I think for monetary sake, we're going to do cocoa butter drizzle. Okay. I think that this looks like it's going to be good enough of a red. So I'm going to transfer that over to here. But either way, a drizzle. And that drizzle, I would like to then coat with little tiny candies on top of it. So these little sprinkles that I got from Hobby Lobby, I want to use for that purpose, because I think they're, that they would coat that whole entire amount of drizzle very well. So that's my goal for that. And then my little tiny bath bombs for the pedicure baths, I'm just going to do red, white, and blue in the ball. And I want to do these little sparklies in the top of it. So we have a lot of stuff to do in a very small amount of time. But because I don't know how many people are going to buy bath bombs for, that would be 4th of July themed, other than the fact that the fragrance I'm using is Blue Raspberry Slushy from Nature's Garden. They do have a bomb fragrance, I will say that. But last time I checked, it was out of stock. So I had this one, and I'm like, it goes. Waste not, want not, huh? Okay, so there's my blue. And I'm going to really try to just like dust off my hands real quick. And then this is just going to be my super sparkles. And because of the fact that my other one is dyed blue, I'm just going to, because this is not going to be that big of a deal to mix into here. So I'm less worried about this. And it's going to be kind of hard to show you my press when I'm doing all of this. So, and this is, I would say this is my first time, using this other mold. So hopefully everything works out okay. Okay. I've got my red, white, and blue. So in order to show you my press, I think, let me move that guy onto here. These ones are the ones I'm going to be using in the ball ones when we get to that point. Set all my colors aside. Okay, so the Bomb Pop is red, white, and then blue. So I am going to and I'm doing this because it's kind of like laying on top of that one a little bit. I'm sorry that like you're not going to be able to see like all of this. I would definitely say, just from this kind of going back and forth, I really like the molds where that bottom piece will not move back and forth. So that is going to be interesting. Take all my excess mix because I can still use it here. And then this is probably like, this is the only time that I'll bring this over to be able to show it to you. Okay, I'm going to take this, put it directly into my bath bomb press and press it down really good. Okay, I'm not like man handling, but I am putting a little bit of in it. Okay, these plates are the one that this 3D printer designer-y person, his name was Hoist. I want to say that's how you say it anyway. Hoist on the platform, bamboo, that he made it for me. It was like really, really crazy. And I really don't use that many 3D bath bombs anymore. So I have been still testing this, which, like, you know, so far it's done really good to hold up to the pressure. All right. I'm going to use this spoon to kind of go on all of my edges here to clean that guy up. Huh. How should I? I stuck the little popsicle stick in the water because my thought process, and this is distilled water, I will say that. I don't want this to stick out too far, so I'm going to put my finger there so I know how far to insert this. Oh, dude, I forgot the, well, maybe you can't really use embeds in this. I didn't think about that. Okay, so I'm going to have to tap this a little bit more to be able to get it off. But dude, that looks so cool. Okay, so I'm going to use the unmolding plates, flip that over, and tappy tap tap. Beautimous. And it did foam, you know, just a teeny tiny bit when I did that in there. I'm going to go ahead and put my other sticks in there because I feel confident now that I'll be able to make those. Okay, so real quick, like, I got these from Hobby Lobby and I'm choosing to use the blue one. This one's a plastic stick. So I just wanted to kind of see how this whole thing was going to work. All right, well, maybe. Okay, so it's directional. We know that much. And again, sorry, this is going to be off camera because this requires a lot of space. All right, I'm going to go in with just a little bit more red at the top, I think, to make that even. Come in here, try to smushy it even. smushy it in my press machine thing. And I would say, like, this is why I made the thing that I did. I initially customized the my juice press myself, and then that other person that I was telling you about, I printed off a thing for my KitchenAid mixer, and I was showing it to him. I'm going to attempt to do the plastic one. Same thing, guide here, in here. Still like squishy it. And he just happened to see, the jerry-rigged situation that I used. I'm going to be brave and just try to flip it. All right. Did you guys? Yeah, I think you guys saw that. If it ain't on camera, it didn't happen, eh? Okay. So he saw my janky situation, and he was just like, hey, can I try to make you a thing for that? And I'm like, I don't know. I guess I have no idea. So worked with him, gave him the dimensions and different things like that. And that is where we ended up with it. And it's super cool. I keep on waiting for me to crush it because that is like, because it's plastic or it's 3D printed, right? But I think the weight distribution is just enough on it that it works out. I'm trying to tap this away from the microphone. Hopefully with this mic, it does better with that. I think I'm really sticking to, at least, for now anyway. Maybe I'll try one with embeds and just see. But these are like thinner to where I think if I did embeds, that for one, doing this popsicle stick situation would not be as easy, right? Okay, you can still see. Perfect. And now you will probably not be able to see over here. Maybe just a little. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to stick the stick in there. So after doing this, I would definitely stick to the thing of like no embeds. I'm going to wait till this gathers up, or maybe I can use it in my balls. I think I'll do that. Okay. Right. And the only reason after I do this, the blue sprinkle, I guess, go back with the others, is just to try to make sure that when I am impressing this down, that it's going to be more of the perfect coloration. And it seems to be working pretty good. So, I mean, finding this guy, it was like so crazy, but it was phenomenal. All of the different stuff that he created, and it's holding up together. Like, I'm super surprised. Not that I would be surprised at like his work, but this is a pretty interesting situation. Of the fact that he was in a whole nother, he's from Canada. And so you're in a whole different place and was able to get together on this. So see how it's foamy a little bit, but I think that it's going to make it perfect in the end. I think I can move those guys a little. And then, all right, it's getting better. I'm not as scared to flip it over. So I've got my 2 more sticks in there. So I'm going to go ahead and do my 2 more sticks. So far, the only thing I wish is that the molds that have it to where it'll stop on the bottom. I wish that, because I feel like that would be more consistent for my hands as I am doing this. And to be able to get it, you know, like filled correctly and all that jazz, or like this, and it's pushing it out. So I definitely prefer that style for sure. And you can also, with these 3-piece ones, you can have them on a scale to weigh them. But honestly, doing that with this situation would be an absolute freaking nightmare. So what I do is weigh everything at the end, and then I go with the one that weighs the least. Oh, well, that whole, I'm going to put it back on there though. Dang it, that's messy. Because I got to stick my stick in there. So, I find that if you're consistent with like how you're putting the mix in there, you know, as far as, you know, the gentleness, if you will, that you're putting the mix in there, then it will work out to be the same. I put the least amount of the weight, the smallest one, on the tags for them, and I do weigh them. Oh, maybe I should have. I think that would be smarter for boxing these guys up. All right, one more. Every time I would make them, you know, a new batch or whatever, I would weigh them again, you know, just to make sure that there's nothing crazy with it, and that I would have to adjust it at all. But for the most part, it comes out the same. I wonder if I can figure out a way to do that, because it definitely, it moves around a lot in there, and I'm used to the other style of the 3-piece molds. I really wish I could think of the manufacturer that I got them from, because they're like a bigger bath bomb mold company. They've been around a really, Cada? I think it's Cada. Very quite possibly Cada. But I'll definitely put the link to the STL file in the description. And I think that's the only thing I would change about it. And it's just, you know, my personal preference. So I will come back when I do the drip on these and show that part of it, as well as what these look like in the tub. Maybe I think I can slide that one in that way, because it's not going to fit the other way. Perfect. Because I do love a good tub reveal. Okay, now I am going to move this out of the way because I need room for my balls. I'll leave that there. All right. I'm going to get myself reset up with all these again. I was just making some other pedicure ones, my plain ones, when I decided to do these. All right, so red, white, blue. So I'm going to put just like a tad of these in here. How can I try to show you as much as possible? And I'm really just trying to use the mold as like a guide, or the ring around there as a guide. So red and then white. The blue, I'm going to mound it just a little bit on these. And then I am going to pick randomly from my blue embeds and my two different reds for these guys. Okay, and then cover this last part with the blue. Very, very excited. Depending on how that glitter comes out on the top, I may swirl it around just a little bit. All right. To make the glitter pieces stay better. I wish that one had just a little bit more in it, but it'll be fine. So I kind of collect with the cup instead of like kind of pushing it away, the mound in this center part. Okay, I'm going to tappy it to get all of my excess off of here. And then again, that press plate covers like this whole thing. So I put it in there and then like I turn it and then put it in there again, and just I'll do that 3 times or until I feel like I'm really not getting much compression anymore. And now we are going to bang the ever living crap out of this. And that timer that's about to go off in the background tells me that it has been 30 minutes since I have mixed the mixture. And so I'm running out of time here to get these babies done. Smack it real hard. Press the middle piece down. Glide it off. Oh my goodness. There's a go. And so some of these are going to come off, and that's why I said I might like swish them in there a little bit the next time. But I have my little unmolding cups, and well, yes. Okay. So I'm going to put this on top of here, flip it over, and then take that piece off, and I'm going to put this on my tray. Turn that off. Set that guy off to the side. So sorry I can't show you this part, like the actual sitting it on the tray. I just don't have enough space in that little part, but this goes pretty quick. And if this doesn't come off, just like that one, I would set it down on my tray itself and then hold this piece and then just tappy it a little bit. But what that means is I need to whack the crap out of it even more before I, take all of the pieces off. So, actually maybe hopefully, because this is encasing it in there, maybe I won't lose as many as I think that I will with this, because the beads will be all in there. This will be another one, same jazz. Just keep tappy, tappy, tappy. And they always come loose. And I am using the 1.5 ounce spheres. And I believe this is the 2.5. I'll have to look on the side of it. I prefer to go down a size with them. I've kind of gone back and forth about it since I started using these. But I really like how good that it cups everything. So let's see if this, I think it says somewhere on here. Maybe not. If I can find it, because I've had this mold for a long time now, I will put it up there for you and see. So I decided that I want the white to be a little bit stronger in these. My mix still feels okay. So I'm gonna fill these up just a little bit less than what I had done with the red the last time. Kind of shake that off. Since this is mainly blue, I think I'm going to do my white first. And then sprinkle that on after it. And I mean, honestly, I really don't care if these colors mix. This is the part of the fun with everything. I think I didn't do as many reds last time, so I'm gonna do more reds this time. I am using a variety of stuff here. I have most of all of my dyes came from Fizz Fairy in Canada, but they're like, I'm glad as I did get as many as like I did in the beginning in the bulk sizes, because they eventually started having like shipping issues and stuff like that. So I made the decision, I guess, that I was not going to purchase things with them anymore. And then, everything happened with the tariffs and all of that stuff. So then that would have made that even harder to be able to do. And then now they just announced a couple days ago that they no longer want to sell the dyes or anything anymore at all, which I was like, oh, that sucks, because they have really, really, really good products. So that super sucks for them. I try to always remember to whack with my spoon like that versus like this, only because it puts dents in my molds. But I haven't had, this is the one I would probably say I use the most because it's the Pedicure Bath size. And even though I use it the most, I still haven't had any problems. So, try to push these back a little bit more. Whack it, because that last time some of those stuck. So like really, really, really beat the crap out of it, because that's what loosens everything up. And I would venture to say that I'm going to get maybe 2 more of these out of this mix. Okay. Perfect. Oh, I didn't do the little swirly thing, but I think we'll be fine. Look how pretty. All right, I'm going to get these off to my other tray and try to speed through this like a mad woman, because I am incredibly impressed that my mix is actually like doing this well for this long. And y'all, it is hot right now, like hot. So I am surprised that all of this is going as well as it is, but I'm going to get to that, and then we will be back with the finishing touches on the popsicle. Okay, real quick finishing tip with these. Also, like, I did make some 2.5 inch ones just because I had some leftover mix and not enough basically to like do more of my little guys. So I did make those as well. But I'm going to take 91% alcohol in a mister bottle, and I'm just going to very gently spray these over to give them a coat. And then after like 24 or 48 hours, I will flip these over, flip all these guys over, and spray the other side as well. I feel like it helps to give them like even more of a crust. Now, I would also say, again, my humidity level for being in Colorado Springs, like right now, I want to say it's at 16, if I can read correctly, 81 degrees, but 16 degrees humidity. So it's very, very dry here, and therefore I feel like this is why I would do this right now, and I have never had any problems with it, versus maybe if you were in a higher humidity area, maybe you don't even need to do it at all, or do it once they're drier. And then sometimes people would spray with the alcohol like before they paint and things like that. So it just creates a crust on the outside. And you determine based upon your weather when that might be a beneficial thing for you to be able to do. We are back, and I have Robin's Quick and Thick Drizzle, which I'm going to test it on this one here. Actually, let me see. I think we'll be good. I put titanium dioxide as well as rose or winter rose mica. And my attempt is going to be to like have as many of these guys as I can like stick to it. I wonder, I have these on my little stands. I think that's going to look like super cute. Okay. And I don't know that I need to wait to or that I need to like do it and then sprinkle it. I think I'm gonna do just like these 3 and then sprinkle it just to try to make sure it doesn't dry too much. So it definitely seems like these are kind of pushing, they're adding a little bit of weight to the drizzle. But I am like super ecstatic of how these are going to look. I think I might try and do I want to do a corner? Nah. I liked the idea of like the popsicles, like how they were dipped into it. But I'm not going to put this like top and bottom. I don't know. You know what? Let's screw one up. Okay. So this looks like it's going to fit in here pretty good. I'm kind of dunking it down. And then let's see. It's not like super, ooh, that was a little bit much. I'm gonna have this like all over. Okay. So then maybe, oh my God, this is like crazy. I'm so worried that this is gonna fall off the stick. Oh, and I think I just put my hand in the other one. That's fantastical. Okay. Like, I don't want to like, have something where I dip it into the sprinkles. But I don't know if that's what I'm going to have to like maybe do. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, well. That's kind of good. Okay. I wiped him off so he won't have this long, crazy thing. Maybe I will try to set him off to the side a little bit. Let me grab a paper towel. So I would definitely say that look is not going to be the easiest if that is your choice. But I think I'm just going to do the other drizzle or do, this whole thingy on these ones. And I feel like that's going to be perfectly fine. So I cannot wait to like get these packaged and see what people think of them. I am just like in love. All right, and then I'm going to try to distribute this in between the 3 of them. Something else I'm also like trying to kind of figure out is I had these bottles, that I was using for this purpose, and I thought it would work really good because I have like a little warmer that you can use with it. Because even though there's not like a ton of waste, there is still, some left at the end of this. So I was trying to figure out like a way to be able to save it. And I'm not sure that I have come up with like the best solution. And the different like videos that I have seen with Robin, like she pours them into some other different molds and things like that, to make like bath melt things. So maybe that is my thing. Maybe I just scrape it all into a little tiny mold and either sell them as like random bath melt things, so like people know, I guess. It's going to be a mixture of colors. It's going to be a mixture of whatever, give them away as little gifts. I don't know, but I feel like it's crazy to waste it. So we'll see. It's super hot here now, so I don't know how long it's going to take these to be able to cure, but they are sprinkled. And I would say like this stick, it feels super stable in there, just like the rest of them do. So it could be cool if I can 3D print my own sticks and have them, have different like designs and stuff on them, or just have them be cool, I guess, to go if I had like a tropical themed popsicle or something, I could have it totally go with that. So we are going to let these dry. Hopefully it is 80 degrees right now in my house. So hopefully these will eventually dry, and then we will get them all packaged and ready to go for this market that I have coming up this weekend. Very, very excited about it.
Finally, we are at the packaging. So I took a band that you would typically use for jars to be able to seal them, and at the bent point I just cut a little slit so I could slide it onto the sticks, and that makes putting my label on and securing it a little bit easier for when we end up doing the final packaging. I do have another video on how I did my labels back at the beginning of my page if you guys are curious. I really love doing them on the cardstock, and sometimes I'll cut the ends off if I'm doing the balls, but for these ones I just left them fully intact. You do have to kind of hold everything in place to ensure that the bands don't slip up and off as they tighten. And I'm honestly not even worried about like tightening them completely at this point, because I know that I'm going to use the heat gun again when I get to final packaging parts here. I love this machine. This is probably the third or fourth time that I have used it, and I am in love with the National Shrink Wrap system. It makes everything so much easier. And yes, it is very expensive for sure. So, worth it though, gauge your time, and when you are ready to scale up, most definitely get this. I really like the way that I was able to shrink wrap these by able to leave the stick out of them, and that way it can go into my popsicle stick display. They were so freaking cute and protected, and I love how they turned out. So I hope you enjoy and enjoyed your 4th. Bye.